So yeah, Priest is doing alright still, I think. Paladin's doing kind of alright, maybe. But yeah, Warrior, despite the supposed nerf, is still top dog.
Please rely on the Ember Court, should you require entertainment.
I like Stalwart, by the way. I like Stalwart here. Power Slider! Still either my favorite... It's my favorite art in the set besides Helveria. And it's really good. It's really good. Obsidian Smith is also really good. I mean, it's 50,000 points for people to be mean. Yeah, mean to me. Mean to me. You know, I know some streams are built around, like, being mean to the streamer, but that's not how I try to build this stream. I like us all to be on the same team, on the same side. Can't we all just get along? No? Okay. I like Last Stand, but Anima Extractor is Anima Extractor, so we're gonna take Anima Extractor. Govey says, Priest has fallen to 8th. Wow, 8th from, like, 3rd. And then Shaman and Warrior, also the other ones adjusted, still stayed on top. So yeah, Priest got hit, the other ones haven't really changed. There's to save, I heard they're adding the long-awaited furry tag on Twitch. You can do any custom tags you want right now, but, you know, are they adding a default tag? She said they got 113,000 points saved. You could do, like, you know, 6 Star Trek trailers, or, you know, like 33 anime voice tunes. Gorillabot's okay. I like Royal Librarian a lot. Sunfire Smithing can be great, but we honestly get offered so many weapons in Warrior right now, it feels like, or at least before the patch. Maybe it's not the case anymore. This is still really good. Maybe I will take it over Librarian, but I'm legitimately worried. So I think they slaughtered the offer rate on Bridge Riff, as they should. We get offered one here, we'll still take it. I feel like the common riffs still show up a lot. 55 allies. Yeah. Nobody's redeemed Do It For Her today. So here's Sword Eater, but there's Verse Riff. There's Verse Riff with Bridge Riff, but I think Sword Eater's just too good, honestly. I think I want an independently great card over an OP combo. But that is a personal choice. Double Bridge Riff. Wow, I thought they nerfed this. There it is! It's in the title! There it is! And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. We don't know how Rotten Applebaum is getting buffed in 2 days, but Rotten Applebaum is getting buffed in some way. Place your bets. Place your bets. Is it gonna go to 6 health? Is it gonna go to 4 mana? Is it gonna, you know, Death Rattle, restore 30 health to your hero? Yashiro thinks they'll add 1 health, but also double the healing. Double is a pretty bold bet, you know. I could believe going to 6 health and doing 6 healing, but 8 healing, that's a lot. I don't know. We can say it's just straight up 4 mana, which will make it better than Chill Wind Yeti in almost all situations, but obviously Chill Wind Yeti is, you know, 10 years old. It's still kind of the measuring stick against you measure everything else, but, you know, making something stronger in Chill Wind Yeti is not a big problem. I like Gangplank. I do like Gangplank. J-Master's good luck on the 12. And again, thank you, J-Master, with the 15 months of sub. And all the big support. J-Master having gifted over 100 gifted subs, including 13 this month. She says, wait, you're right. For some reason, I assumed it was already healing for 6 instead of 4. Okay. Yeah, I was like, you're going up to 8 is pretty bold. Trident can be good, but we're going to take Tidal Revenant. Speaking of healing for 8. Priest Nerf is good for the game mode, feels toxic when that's up. I think it can be very, very, very frustrating to lose to what we were winning with and losing to, which is, you know, Priest with 1 billion ways to steal cards. You know, Priest with like 3 identity thefts and 1 billion Mind Eaters. Pufferfist can work with multiple weapons. We have at least 2 weapons currently, and the other cards are just bad. Battle Cry, die. Pufferfist. I got a Verse Riff with 2 Bridge Riffs. I do like Silvermoon Sentinel, but I think we're going to stick on the Riff. I've already got 2 bridges. Take a Sin Runner versus a Gatekeeper. Dinomat can be good. It is kind of a mech for Power Slider, but I'm still going to take a Sentinel. Last Stand, I'm a big fan of, assuming we've got the taunts for it. I've got at least 2 taunts, which is enough for me to take Last Stand, so we'll probably take more later. Royal Librarian's good too, especially if they buffed its attack. Take a Frothing. Oh! Oh! So I mean, it's colossal. It's colossal, but do I have to recraft the colossal in gold? I don't think we have the dust hanging around right now to do it easily. In fact, I might have 0 copies of the colossal. Yeah, see, I got 0 copies of it. I don't really want to take the 10 minutes that's gonna take to dust all the cards to make this gold. We're gonna get some new dust, and some new dust with the nerfs. You know, the one I'm excited about. I mentioned on the Discord. If you're on the Discord, the one I'm excited about is this. Which expansion would it be? Lich King? Yeah. So they're nerfing Blightfang. They buffed Blightfang, and now they're nerfing Blightfang. And we've got 2 regular Blightfangs and 2 golden Blightfangs. So we're gonna get a lot of dust off 1 card. I've been hoping they would re-nerf Blightfang. Go for 3/4, go for the Grand Shield. I think I'm still gonna take the Nelly, but the Grand Shield is signature. Wow, 2 legendaries in a row. What was I saying, by the way? Oh, I was just saying, you don't have to answer. You don't have to answer, but, you know, I was just, no, I was just asking how Wicked Kid's doing. Been a while. Been a while since, we've talked to a kid. Been a while since I've caught a Wicked Kid stream. I hope things are going well in life. Ramonia versus Murloc-Combs. Murloc-Combs is cool. Oh, we actually have lost a couple of times to Black Rock and Roll, but it's just so slow. I'm gonna take Ramonia. The buffed up Living Blade. Mistake, Shield Block. Death Scale. Mistake is really nice with Power Slider. Try. Wait, what? Sheerwood Tri-C song. Wait, what? What did it sound like I said? Because I don't know what you think I said. What? Mistake. Let's make a mistake. Brian Flunky's great. Execute can be great, but let's take Brian Flunky. Trices, you said, how have your kids been? That's not what I was trying to say. I think I was just trying to say, how has life been? I don't know. I'd be interested to listen back on the recording to what it sounded like I said. It's not what I intended to say. We have Grand the Arena. Straight keep a spreadsheet of your runs. Here comes a stamped. I have a spreadsheet, but I rarely use it. You definitely said kids. I did not intend to. Maybe I slurred my speech. I don't know what I said. Also, Hobos of the Drift Nelly a few times. Seems I got hexed or silenced so many times, becoming a liability. Well, I could have gone for the 3/4, like J-Master wanted. Said Wicked Kid. I guess I do want Darkfallen. Look at that shield block just cost you mana. Love Friend Flunky. Love Friend Flunky. Weapons Expert can buff Ramonia. The other weapons I have, one weapon is a spell and one weapon is a minion. So if I've drawn Ramonia naturally, this whiffs a little bit. Would I ever take Henchclan Thug here? I don't think so. Would I ever take Light of the Phoenix? I don't think so. But I might want one more drafted weapon. I don't have one, right? Take a 3rd Bridge Riff. I thought they nerfed this. No wonder Warrior's still #1. What did they nerf? What did they nerf? John doing the Cub Slide? Tell me what they nerfed in Warrior if I'm still getting 3 Bridge Riffs. Just it's super nerfed. I don't know. But they fixed it. They told me they fixed it. It's not my fault. Let's see. There's a chef at Joe. Make sure you check out Joe and make me laugh with Star Wars references. Imbued X versus another mistake. Still good for Power Slider. We're definitely going to take Imbued X. Especially because I want another weapon for the weapons expert. Take a Tar Creeper? I don't think I want Light of the Phoenix. Maybe I do. In this deck? Tar Creeper is interesting with Last Stand. How many taunts have we ended up with? Taunt. I've got enough taunts for Last Stand. I might actually want the draw power here. This deck... it has 2 Frightened Flunkies for value, but it doesn't exactly have draw power. Maybe I do want Light of the Phoenix, because I don't really need the Tar, I don't think. A little debatable. I don't actually like Light of the Phoenix very much, but I think here it might work. Chorus Riff is getting buffed. Chorus Riff is getting buffed 2 days from now. We're gonna take it here, because we've got the 3 Bridge Riffs and the Verse Riff, but it's getting even stronger on Thursday. I don't know how, but they're gonna do something. The only nerf try. 4th Bridge Riff! 4th Bridge Riff! Justice Fair will keep that in line. Fair of this Bridge Riff. If the rebels have complained a complete technical readout of your deck, it is possible, however unlikely, they may find a weakness and exploit your 4 Bridge Riffs. Or a 2nd Tower Rift, or a 3rd Frightened Flunky, which is also good. If we could just click all 3 of these, I would. Watch them give it tradable? This deck has no weakness. My deck has no weakness. See, redeems an ally voice turn. Well, I've got an idea. I have an idea. Let me think about it for half a second here. I need an extra prop. I need an extra prop. Do I have an extra prop? I do. Okay. I think I can do this with an extra prop. This is testing the improv skills. I won't do great, but I'll do my best. So the idea is, a 4th Bridge Riff. I thought they nerfed the offer rate on that. Are they so incompetent that this didn't happen? Yogi! Joey? Yogi, I'm Joey from the alternate timeline. You have blue hair to designate you're from alternate timeline? Yeah. There's no other differences in me except I got blue hair. Anyway, I'm from the alternate timeline where they didn't nerf Warrior. And this deck, Yogi, this deck had 22 Bridge Riffs. I had to go back in time to make sure this deck only had 4. That's a dire timeline. Do I want the 4th Bridge Riff or do I want another Frightened Flunky? I think I gotta take the 4th Bridge Riff. No, Yogi! The timeline! It's reverting! I tried my best. I even got Arnold Schwarzenegger to help. Joey! Joey, what's wrong? Yogi! Yogi, my timeline is fading away! It's like that Back to the Future bit where Barney's brother's hair is disappearing. Yogi! Joey! Joey! Frightful, give us a power slider. Fried Flunky versus Power Slider. This is madness. Jeez, that was great. It's my type of silly. Power Slider's amazing, but we could really use a fourth too, I think, and this is amazing too. I think we're gonna take another Flunky, although I'd love another Power Slider. Power Slider's so strong, but right now we just want to be doing these Bridge Riffs later. Lava Gorge is good. We could use another two, honestly. Let's just take Lava Gorge as our last pick. Alright, this deck's ridiculously, you know, I mean, does this deck have any truly bad cards? I mean, Puffer Fist is a little questionable, but we have enough weapons to maybe do something with it. Mistake is fine, and it helps out the Power Slider. I don't think there's a single card in this deck that is, like, you know, truly a bad pick. And we've got Nelly, and we've got Remornia. And we've got 3 Frightened Flunkies, an Anima Extractor, and of course 5 Bridge Riffs. I hope it works, because it's pretty nuts. I guess we're going to change the title. The title was Ron Applebaum's getting buffed Thursday, good for you, buddy. But then, you know, that may come back after this run. But right now it's going to be 5 Bridge Riffs. I thought they nerfed Warrior Drafts.
Renathal versus Illidan. This ends now.
There is a simplicity.
Not going to pick is bad. Fair enough. 2, 2, 3, 4 works for me. Works for me. Yeah, when Sinri's your worst card, I think you're doing all right.
Darkest greetings to you.
I like this Renathal portrait a lot. This one is one of my favorites. I guess a drum soloist. It's a possibly good 5 after the sword here, but only if they clear us, which is not necessarily super likely.
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
Stay back.
There's the Grand Shield we offered during the draft. I don't know how good it'll be against Demon Hunter, but I don't really want these picks either. Ba, 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 ba. Game prediction for 8 wins. It's a really strong deck. You know, if you say 8, you know, I'm gonna be sad if this goes less than 8, but obviously things can go wrong and do go wrong. I wonder who would, like, be bold enough to bet against this going 8+ wins. If you want to, though. Don't risk any channel points you're not willing to lose, but it's up for 2 minutes. It's up for 2 minutes. Face the darkness. Or if that sounds better if I get close to the microphone. So I was over here, but if it's closer here, face the darkness. I don't know. Might sound better. Maybe. Maybe not. Might sound worse. Just get down the Gangplank. Get down the Sin Runner, too. No real need the Bridge Riff, though. Not yet. Especially if a 12-0 warrior. I do have a 12-0 warrior. He's saying, good this deck too. Yeah, we got that one. We're missing Rogue and Paladin. I'm shocked we're missing Paladin. Rogue and Paladin, and then Death Knight. Unfortunately, we got a bunch of 12-1 Death Knights, but I didn't ever get a 12-0 Death Knight. Well, it was really, really strong. If somebody wants to profit, put 50,000 on yes, and right now nobody has put anything. Okay, somebody put 4,000 on no. I was gonna say right now 1 point on no gets you 63,000 channel points. If the answer is no, we could try to put a taunt in front of the Gangplank to keep it alive. I mean, even Bridge Riff does that too, though. I skipped the rush, though. They haven't played a spell yet, right? I don't think so.
Ah, is that inevitable doom?
Shiro asks a question. I had to I had to Google who you meant, but the voice actor for Yugi. I certainly haven't. I certainly haven't, and it would be surprising if I had, because I am not somebody who goes to conventions. I went to one convention, not an anime convention, a sci-fi convention, and I pretty much went, "Oh yeah, I don't need to do this. This is it's not something I want to pay to do. I don't have a fear of crowds. I just don't enjoy crowded spaces, right? There's a difference between a fear and, you know, not wanting to pay to be part of a crowd. So, yeah, I went to one sci-fi convention once. I'm like, oh, this is not for me. This is not for me. Well, they're nearly dead. So we got Blazing Power on Grand Shield. But would that target randomly? Could that buff their minion? Yeah, Shin says, you playing on Asia? This is America's.
Interesting.
Pretty sure it would randomly target. I think you're right. Alright, we got an 8-12 taunt. We got a 6-2. This is a 12 with deck easy. Chances deck compared to other arena participants. You should surrender it. In the spirit of good competition. Phobos says, I got the barbecue Magni in his well-played line. Phobos just left the end is forever. Will be warrior portrait. Ah, the roaster Magni. I don't know if I've got that in my rotation of favorite warriors right now. 1 win, no loss. Dedicate that first win of the day to J-Master with the very appreciated 15 months of sub, plus a bunch of other support. Versus
Garona! I will carve out notes with every strike.
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
2 wins? I'm already calling 2 wins. 2 mana, 3 mana, but the 3 mana, I kind of want to top deck that with, like, already have a weapon going, yeah?
Darkest greetings to you.
Listen closely to the music. Symptoms will be severe.
Okay. So here's a 3, but we can play this 3 on 3. The question is, do I want the far-off Primordial Drake, or do I still want Treasure Guard? I don't want Mossworn. Even with this Verse Riff, I don't think I want Mossworn.
Interesting.
I think I want the cheaper card. I was actually about to pick Primordial Drake, and then I changed my mind. I do not have a super particular reason why I did one or the other. I think the reason is that I just feel like we're gonna be doing so many 5 mana-ish stuff soon. I'm not sure if I want a more expensive card yet.
Not for my forge.
Just when's the last expansion they've buffed 3 different times ever? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if they've done that in the past or not. I mean, obviously, it's not been, you know, it's only been, what, 2 years maybe? Since they started doing buffs at all? Well, there was that first buff round where they buffed up Boomsday, and that was a while ago for sure. But in terms of more frequent buffs, that's pretty recent. So, I don't know. They did make a bit of a reference/joke about it, though, on the Twitter message where they previewed it. Let me see if I can find that message. It'll be easier to find. It'll be easier to find on the Hearthstone subreddit than actually going on Twitter. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so the when they posted the preview image, the official Hearthstone Twitter said, "What do a guitar and Hearthstone have in common? They're both better with regular tuning." Tuning is in balance tuning, balance refinements, changes, you know. You know. So, they acknowledge they're making more changes than usual.
The Queen's trove is forbidden. Face the darkness.
Plagiarize, so do they get the big anima, or they get a small anima?
This may just be my
I forget what you get off plagiarize. Do you get a small anima? You don't get the actual copy I played, you get a new copy? I was just trying to grab the preview image. There it was. So, Warlock Symphony buff, which we've lost to a few times in Arena. The Warrior Dredge thing, which I doubt will be relevant in Arena. Chorus Riff will be very relevant, and we've got one in this deck. Panda going back to 2 mana instead of 3 mana, presumably. Rotten Applebalm is very Arena relevant. The Epic Weapon Destruction, the Epic Location Destruction card is interesting to get buffed. Maybe just 1 extra health. Sinful Brand's not very important. This is Predation, I think? That might be relevant. This card I barely know. It's like a 5 mana deal AoE damage if you played spells thing. The Necromancer being nerfed is interesting. Maybe down to 2/2. This is the Rogue Rush card that we don't see too often. Ubercon I know is really strong constructed, but it's rarely relevant in Arena. Blight Thing I've got 1 billion copies, so I'm looking forward to the dust there. And then, which card is this? Is this the actual Priest Legendary that revives undead that died that turn? Or is it something else? It is that card. Okay, we've got that card in Signature. They already buffed that card once, didn't they? That'll be a double buffed card? Do we chalk that up to poor initial design or more willingness to micro-adjust? More willingness to micro-adjust, for sure. Yeah, so they didn't buff any cards in Hearthstone. There's the Bridge Riff victory. They didn't buff any cards in Hearthstone when the first couple of people were in charge, and when Ben Brode was in charge, he was vocally against buffing cards. When Ben Lee took over, that's when they changed design philosophies and started buffing cards. Ben Lee is no longer the Hearthstone director. In fact, I think there might be no Hearthstone director right now. But they're still following that design principle of allowing card buffs to happen. Alright, 2 wins, no loss. Fixes, how many wins do you think you'll get with this? What's your guess? I would guess 10 plus wins for this deck. And I'd be disappointed if this deck got less than... I'd be really disappointed if this deck got less than Infinite. If this deck goes less than 7, I'm gonna be super, super, super sad. Super, super, super sad. Do I want to keep weapons expert? I don't think I actually do. Trench with the fur, the big fur. Got a shout for John earlier. We can get a shout out for Tarantula. Just playing some Marvel Snap, actually. I was just looking at the Marvel Snap subreddit. Yesterday? 2 days ago?
Darkest greetings to you.
The spotlight
It was mostly seeing people complaining about, you know, the cost of the tier 5 cards or whatever. The Dan Fuller. Oh, actually, there it is. There it is. We were looking at the card, Nerfs and Buffs. Is this the High Cultist? Is this the Priest legendary that revives undead? And there it is. There's the art. I don't think they clicked Neptulon. I think they clicked... Ah, shoot!
Was that intentional?
What talent? Have you considered going solo?
Being Subway is huge, extremely positive. Sounds like a better alternative. Oh yeah, I was gonna say Dan Fuller. Dan Fuller, when Dan Fuller's around, often he's calling Reddit a cesspit. I think there's certainly many pockets of Reddit that are cesspools, but I don't know. Overall, I think that the upvote downvote system works fairly decently across at least the subreddits I follow. I think Twitter is much more of a hellhole than most of Reddit. Not all of Reddit, but... This is time for the trap card. You like trap decks, you're devastating and difficult to beat. I play it face down in trap mode. Yu-Gi, you don't know how Yu-Gi-Oh works, do you? I don't. I've never played. It's good to see Wilt. We can also throw a shout out to Wilt, who just threw one to Tarantula. Hope you're doing well. We raided Wilt just a few days ago. With red hands, Twitter dumpster fires. Well, you know, where else are you gonna go? You gotta go somewhere, don't you? Where are we gonna go? Where is not a dumpster fire? MySpace? Slashdot? Dig? Slenderman, good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Plus, I got plenty of dumpster fires. Cheers to MySpace. That's one of the options I gave. Suitcase has other options. That's like a wildfire, not a dumpster fire. It's much bigger. Foul redeems the Rocket Man of the Day we were talking about earlier because I briefly started to play the clip. Oh shoot, I gotta remember the Rocket Man, but we gotta do this for Cena.
Excellent decision.
It's been busy for a while. Glad to be back. Glad to have you back. I think this is Gangplank, even though we're gonna take some damage here. I don't think it's Bridge Riff. Yeah, glad to have you back, and thank you very much for the 7 months of sub. But sorry, there's a bunch of messages coming through. I'll take the time of it all. Wilt said, was getting ready today, but was getting your internet fixed. Yeah, I hope that works out. Yeah, you were having some trouble with the Guild Wars. At least things didn't go down, you know. For 1 second, Wilt, for 1 second, you know, very shortly after I raided you, I got the Twitch disconnect screen with, you know, the not like this or whatever. And I was like, ah, shoot, I raided Wilt, and it's just, you know, gone down. But, you know, then, like, I refreshed, it was back, and then it seemed like there were not any problems after that. Well, I mean, not with a complete disconnection anyway. So that was better than alternative. Man, I have to give him a great card here. But there's no real choice. Well, next gym we've got Anima Extractor Bridge Riff, or maybe Ramonia, but probably Anima Extractor Bridge Riff because it's double Bridge Riff. Let's see. So yeah, Foul Redeem of the Rocket Man, which is in the queue. Hopefully we can do it like on a match win. But actually, this priest has really hurt me, and they're holding Neptulon. Thanking Cena for the 7th sub. Well, apparently mainline to your house got overloaded. Got the county to come up tomorrow. I think we can go to Safe House 17 News. We can get Breaking Beatler News. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something along the lines of, you know, the breaking news is like still just talking about the release of Star Wars Vision Season 2. It's like that's the only news story? You don't want to talk about anything else that's been going on? No, not really. That's about it. That's about it. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 starts next month. That's all the news that's fit to print. There's nothing else. Do you see the goats did their last Lightforge stream? I did not see that. The angriest... Was it the angriest chicken? Or was it, like, coin concede? But one of the long-running Hearthstone podcasts shut down. So they got our Ammonia, by the way, which is... pretty frustrating. Pretty frustrating. So they've got a 5-8 Ramorni. I've got a 10-15. I need to wait for them to play more, though, honestly. I can't do it now. Not in a reasonable way.
This place is scary.
I know they can just cut through these taunts, but I think it's the only way to ever get anything successfully done here. I need Ramornia to do more work, but I'm not gonna have enough health for that to happen either. They've just got us. They're just doing priest things. They've stolen and discovered too many cards. Frustrating. I think it's gonna be a long time. Yeah, it's gonna be celebrating a defeat, it looks like, but oh well. Coffin says something. I don't know how to take that message. I mean, maybe you're just voicing discontent with Kylo, maybe. Will redeems the do it. The furry slipped and still things. Sure, That's pretty pawsome. Yeah, now we can do it. I suppose. 10-15 Ramornia. Hit here. Hit their face for 10. Re-equip as a 10-10. Nope, they don't have weapon destruction. I mean, I got this 10-10 weapon, but... There's still ribbons, you say. To shreds, you say. Into ribbons. It's more blood for the sir. Boom. So I get that on board. I get a 4-12. So we can go... What can we do? We can go Bridge Riff, which will do 3 Bridge Riffs, which is enough to get through here. We can smack them in the face for 10, and then Ramornia could kill their Living Blade. Okay. So So if they can clear all the 3/4s and go face, they only need 4 damage to kill us. What's there? It's fixed. Apparently, gotta test more stuff later. Shoots if they're both paying 2 mana, you can actually go infinite with it. You have to exclude Shasta from your deck. Works exactly 30 spells in stand right now. Wait, but don't you also? Isn't there another minion you need for the infinite to be good? They did do the side. Do they have the 4 damage? Did they get a random fireball? Because if they do, they win. They have exactly enough mana for fireball. Now they don't have enough mana for fireball. Let's do one more spell and put in like a graveyard. That's not relevant to Arena, so I don't care. Alright, well I said it was gonna be celebrating a defeat. It gets to be celebrating a win. We'll... Let's do them separately, since they were redeemed separately. Alright, we'll do the fur first. They will redeemed. I was gonna say I can already tell the headphones are gonna come off. They feel unstable. Oh wait, shoot! Oh wait, look! Look! It's broken! It's broken! The Do It For Her redemption's broken. Hold on, I moved some files around. I was cleaning up my desktop. And I broke the Do It For Her. Hold on. Hold on, I have to... fix that. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, let's see if it works now. What? Wait, it's even more broken! Now even the diamond's not showing up! What? Wait, there's the diamond. Wait, why? Oh no. Alright, I may have to fix this later and disable the fur today. Cause I don't know. Wait, there it is. It's not aligned properly. I'm gonna have to fix it later. So I'm gonna refund Wilt because it was an incomplete fur. I'm gonna refund Wilt, and then I'm gonna disable the Do It For Her today, because I need to fix it. I moved some files and I broke it. Let's see, so Do It For Her. Where's Wilt's redemption? There it is. I refunded your points because it was busted. And then I need to disable the channel point reward. Sorry for delaying the next game, but I want to make sure this is all good. Re-add the voice line when you fix it? Maybe. Maybe. I still have to do the Rocket Man. I still have to do the Rocket Man too. Ugh, this is a disaster. Channel points. Manage rewards. Disable Do It For Her today. Alright. Alright. And then finally...
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
The redemption for Foul.
Around again to five.
This one still works.
Man, they think I am at home. Oh, no. I'm a rock. It's man. Rocket Man, burning out his fuse house here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Ah, that one still works. Shatner cannot be defeated, only Fury can. Okay, sorry for the delay there, but I busted a channel point reward. Got for the GG. Up and down through says, yeah, I thought that priest was gonna beat us. But the 10 damage weapon worked out. Fun fact about Ramona. Ramona? In World of Warcraft. If you get her as a pet, she'll kill the mana worm transports in Orbosh. Oh wait, Ramonia. Ramonia, right?
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sarah Ramona, I'm like, isn't that like the girl from Scott Pilgrim? I want to keep both Bridge Riffs. I think I want to keep both Bridge Riffs. It might mess up our early game, though. Dedicate that win, by the way. Dedicate that win to Cena with the 7 months of sub. There's Ramonia again.
Darkest greetings to you.
Darkest greetings. Says Ramon Flowers, love that movie. Filmed around part of it anyway. Yeah, I enjoyed that movie quite a lot. Quite a lot. If I recall correctly, yeah, it didn't get great critical reviews, but it got good audience reviews, and I agree with that. Remember when The Last of Us show was a thing? That was a cool couple of weeks.
Sorry, Squishy, I'm working.
It was funny how much, you know, it was overlapping with, like, the start of Mandalorian, right? That was pretty funny to me. Just got, you know, multi-track drifting with Pedro Pascal. Zeddy with 64, Nintendo 64 months of sub. We're playing the Imbued X? Yes, we're definitely playing the Imbued X.
Darkness.
At the corner of Bridge Riff. Oh yes, they said life transition, things march forward. We're all different people. And that's okay, you gotta keep moving, as long as you remember all the people you used to be. That's a Doctor Who line, but I like that line. Even after 5 years, still a Twitch chat, getting that sweet troll cred. Whenever anyway, Zeddy confuses and throws me off with probably 80% of their messages. But, you know, none of it's done maliciously. I'm happy to have say here for all these years and 64 months of support. The
Excellent decision.
Very appreciate all the best, you Zeddy.
Interesting.
Hope the good times roll in the coming years. For all of us, me, and you, and just everybody. We've never heard to her. Is Michael Sarah's a national treasure? I will always love Arrested Development, and he's part of it. So. Oh my version, let's go. There's so many directions to take the joke, but I'm imagine, you know, coupon clipping, but it's all for furry redemptions and furry merchandise. Excuse me, I have a 30% off a Lola bunny from Space Jam. No, no, this is not a Walmart coupon. No, this is for a CVS pharmacy. Like, can you not take that here?
Face the darkness.
So I actually could hit this and trade here to let's go face here, which is probably the better move. I was gonna hit face and trade here, but I don't like that. I don't like that. I like this. Yeah, we got the double Bridge Riff going again. Here's a fun fact. The song that is sung during the prom scene in Starship Troopers is both written and performed by the daughter of the guy that directed 1982's Conan the Barbarian. That is a very obscure factoid. Did she go on to do anything else? Frothing Berserker can be really good with this Blood Boil, actually.
Ah, is that inevitable baby thirsty?
Good news, they're 13. Bad news, they're about to heal for about 8. Just one song, Space Group of a Tiff Boy song. Would I like to know more? Possibly. Yeah, this goes to 6. They go to 25.
Your blood for the sire!
I'm actually not gonna worry about this Puffer Fist. I'm gonna sacrifice the Puffer Fist and get a super buffed up. Super buffed up Frothing. Smack him in the face for 14. That's one big Frothing, baby. 12x Berserk. Yeah, 3% off for everything. You'd also have the off-brand furries, though. This is not a Lola bunny. This is a pink bunny with a Harlem Globetrotters jersey on. This is not the Space Jam team. Look. It's $5 for this shirt. You want a Lola bunny from Space Jam? It's gonna cost you $25. Do you want the pink bunny? Yeah. I've got this trade, but just kind of want to trade the Ramornia again anyway. Get one more swing with the 5-1. They did some healing, but they need to do even more. Oh.
Fireworks? I sure hope they do.
All life must end.
I got a Blizzard marketing email thanking me for participating in the Diablo 4 server slam. Come on and slam. This is way too accurate and detailed of a conversation. It's called improv. All right. 4 wins. No loss. And we've actually been playing. We've actually been playing for an hour. Like, Wilt sent me something. I can't watch it right now. All right. We're back in 3 minutes. Thanks again to Zeddy with the 64 months of sub. Dedicate that win to you. Thanks to Cena with the 7 months of sub and J-Master with the 15. We'll be back. Yeah, we'll get the show, but does the fireworks. Yeah. Did we say anything else before we take our 3-minute break? First, you said Nate. We had Zay sub. Michael Sarah. Cover the GG. Okay, I think I'm caught up. If I missed something you said, feel free to say it again. We'll be back. Alright, 4 wins, 0 losses with a seemingly super high roll warrior draft. We've played Ramonia multiple times, we haven't gotten Ellie yet.
Renathal versus Garrosh.
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
Okay. Weak deck. You could do better. Where's the 6th Bridge Riff? I don't think we want any of this in our opening hand. I love the power slider, but we want to play that on like turn 10 plus typically.
Darkest greetings to you. Greetings.
Yeah, we get a Bridge Riff and a Verse Riff. Which actually is looking quite good here, right? Because we can do Bridge Riff on 5, and then on 6 we can do Gangplank plus Verse Riff for another Bridge Riff. Beat a span out with Scruff. Scruffy's a good boy. He's a good boy. Said hi to Scruffy during the break.
Not for my forge.
Bum, ba-dum, bum. Alright, so get the imbued axe equipped. And then it's Bridge Riff. Bridge Riff, then Bridge Riff Verse Riff. And hopefully that just wins the game. It doesn't win the game if they have, like, Brawl, potentially. But a lot of times they'll just straight up win the game. Coin. Bridge? Sitting runner. Yeah, this is actually fairly annoying, isn't it? We're set up. We're set up for like the ultimate turn in a moment, but we don't do very well on this turn at all. Just 5, okay, dude. Just sheesh. I thought they had nerfed the offer rate on these Bridge Riffs into the ground, but either they didn't or we got omega lucky.
They need our care. Now more than ever.
Touring grunge wave is more my bag.
Just a 1-1 here, right? Yeah.
Face the darkness.
Alright, well, is this a good enough position to win? It could be. Just a friendly adventure rank 50, and yeah, if you're unaware, you're effectively at max now. Because the XP gain rate goes down to almost 0 once you hit 50. It will take you literally over a year to hit 60. So you're pretty much done. You're pretty much done. If you keep playing long enough to hit 60, then you start getting bonus Mora instead of XP. But you're pretty much done. Chorus riff, but that's only a bridge of that's only a verse riff now. Not bad until 55. Oh, is that right? That could be true. That could be true. Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, I just reached 46, I think, in Star Rail. Star Rail goes to like 70 or 75 though, instead of 60. They have a higher end for whatever reason.
That was an error. Was that intentional?
So this... Between these two, they can do 9 damage. They need an additional 6. They have a warrior spell. Unfortunately, the Tidal Revenant and the Ramonia both line up poorly.
Want the flag? Gladly.
Yeah, when you hit 55, you're like 300,000 XP. You left at that point not that long ago. I played a lot of Genshin yesterday, actually. Trying to catch up on stuff, because the current events are tell me, you should finish this quest. I'm like, I haven't even started that quest. Oh boy, can we pull this off? Guess I need to Tidal Revenant this and bump it. They're still gonna have this. But we're gonna have 16 health. Maybe this can start us on a path to victory. Maybe. They still have a warrior spell in hand, and 3 other cards. Got Taunt, Enhanced at... I got Ramonia, but it's not lining up.
What a delightful party.
Ugh. Ah! Wow! Another riot. That was the discovered one. So the power slider is big enough to kill the front of this, but we take 4 damage. I can play the animal, and maybe the animal will take the hit.
Mortals, so full of sin.
And roll!
No.
This place is scary.
Okay, well, we might die here. Hope we don't. Did every story hang out? Got Gigaboard after that, but it's a cool game. There's a lot of hangouts I haven't done. Well, I think when Big Trouble Sarah Steve, and then they played the maximum Steam card. Then they play the maximum Steam card. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Access denied.
A diet I inspired.
So I got 2 health left. I've got an enhanced Ramonia, but I've got no health to hit things with. I think we're just dead.
So full.
Ah, and they got an anima buff. Oh, man. It's not gonna matter, though, right? So, technically, we're not dead on board, but it doesn't take much at all to kill us this turn. An execute would do it. Particular rushes would do it. Ba-ba-da. Is that enough to kill us? It's shy on its own, but if they have any other damage enhancements, it'll be enough. Like a cruel taskmaster kills us here. The things that could defeat us right now. Many, many things could defeat us right now.
I must choose.
so hit Tremonia into this, hit Dark Fallen into this.
Ah, is that inevitable doom?
Blood for the sire! Into ribbons! Make them bleed!
A thirst beyond death. It sings to me.
I suppose.
A thirst beyond
I
death.
suppose I am gonna put him down to 4 health and get the 10-10 on board. You know, they could like execute it, but we want to have a chance of killing them next turn, I would say. They still need 2 damage to kill us, but they weren't able to do it last turn.
I bring the river.
Oh, shoot, they did kill the Remornia. Wow. Wow. So, a Bridge Riff here could help us a lot, but, yeah, this got us real good. Decide between Light of the Phoenix or Flunky first. Double flunk.
This place is scary. This place is scary.
The streets are not safe.
The culprit was not tidy.
That could actually be annoying. Because that Forensic Duster says I can't play Silver Fury Stalwart and Sunfire Smithing on the same turn, which could actually be a big problem.
Yo ho! Set sail for the.
Oh, now they've got a weapon. I really wish they didn't have that weapon.
Welcome aboard.
So we did get Bridge Riff. Okay, what can we do here, if anything? So, Bridge Riff, Weapon Armor Riff. I mean, doing the chorus doesn't help me too much. Does this do any better? Maybe not. Yeah, if that was Double Bridge, yeah, I wish that would help.
Ah, is that inevitable doom?
Is it inevitable doom? Is there
I must act soon.
no way out here? Does this get me killed? I think this gets me killed.
Evacuate!
But I don't think there's any better I can do. If this gets me killed, then I always die. Boom, boom. Yeah, unless they're bad at math, we're dead. And they have to be really bad at math to mess this up. The double riots. The double riots actually got us more than anything, I think. There's the sortie was saved yet? I drew that off of using the Bridge Riff Chorus Riff finale. So there was no way to get that and play it. Did they mess up? They still win here, unless they rope. Because they still have the weapon. They missed the attack. They missed the attack. Wouldn't it be nice if we could punish them for it here with like a double stab taunt? Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna... Oh, they actually already attacked. Oh, never mind. I thought they missed it. Okay, you're right. So I can get a giant Silver Fury. I can get a giant Silver Fury, but I can also get Lava Gorge or Sentinel. Giant Silver Fury. He says they still suck at math, though. I think they had lethal. I still think that's correct, but now I'd have to double check.
The streets are not safe.
I must act soon.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all.
Off beat!
Do your worst.
This place is scary.
More taunts. Never stop taunting from both of us.
This is not what we stood for.
Ah, draw their largest minion. So now our last riff was a Bridge Riff, right? So if I go Frothing Armor Bridge Riff, we do get double Bridge Riff.
The blade be thirsty.
So from here, we could go trade. I can swing here if I'm not afraid to be at 1 health. I don't want them to draw the biggest minion yet, so I don't want to drop their Divine Shield anyway. But is it better to swing here, or is it better to bump with the 612 when I've got 2 other minor taunts now?
Off beat! Off beat!
I must act soon.
Evacuate!
I stayed at 3 health, but maybe that's a mistake. Their numbers don't seem to line up well against the 610, though. Super sick, huh? Now they got another taunt with some life. Yeah, how afraid of Elven Archer are you? Never underestimate Elven Archer. We saw 3 Elven Archers yesterday. Take a damage for 1 or 2 from hand. Yeah, 1 or 2, I don't know. I mean, Bash does 3, but I'm at 3 anyway. So they're at 12. People say, I have lethal. With this frothing, I bet you're right. I would be interested. Yeah, so like I said, in 50s, the second math they had lethal, I think. I thought that, you know, When I thought they missed an attack, but they didn't. Now I have some doubt, but I thought they did have lethal. I thought they had lethal. If they did miss lethal, then this worked out very, very well from us. From a position that should have been a losing position.
On beat!
Might or magic. I'll withstand it all.
21 damage to face. Combat, that's pretty fun. We have no idea if they had lethal. Pro thinks they actually may have been one off that turn. Give the replay. I mean, I technically do. It takes time to bring up. Hey, Parakeet says, what a good game. Good game for us. Maybe not so good game for them, but yeah, a lot of stuff happened that match. A lot of stuff. We used up almost every card in this amazing deck. They nearly got us. Like I said, mostly with those riots. They had 2 imbued axes that were a really big deal, but those riots were so good. 1 drafted, 1 discovered. I think the discovered one was off Hipster. Interesting match. Happy we won it, even though maybe we shouldn't have.
Renathal versus Garrosh.
We never said we were good at math, though. I would never claim that. Dub says, they did have lethal. I choose to believe you, because it makes the win more fun. Loco also says they have lethal, and makes a call to authority. She's called to authority. Yeah, everybody loves. Everybody loves. I don't know. What's the phrase I'm looking for? Logical terms. But I think they did have lethal if they equipped the 3 damage weapon and swung with it instead of you having the imbued axe. Yeah, it's tough to turn down an imbued axe buff, but I think you're right that was how I was seeing lethal. We get a handful of riffs, and we also got a good draw because I wasn't gonna buff anything with this Sunfire if I did not draw a minion. So this has gone really, really well so far. And good to see Purple Panda. Have I said hi, Purple Panda? Twitch, have I said hi, Purple Panda? I've not. It's good to see you. Hope you have a good week so far. Twitch, tell me if I've said hi to people. I don't think I have. Of all logical fallacies, no true Scotsman would love a logical fallacy. You work half they had lethal. Bunch of people in chat claiming they did. I don't know if it's true.
Face the darkness.
Just stop. No, I still have to claim the antecedent. These are the jokes. These are the jokes that Twitch chat is built on. People don't want to spam Kappa. They want logical fallacy jokes. They said they posted an image of the board state on Discord. Might be a good little lethal puzzle type thing.
This place is scary.
This eyebrow channel, you can tell by the furry content. More Bridge Riffs, although I don't think we can combo quite this many. So I think I'm gonna click Nelly. Jim Esther says, claim that antecedent, just like Crystal from Star Fox would have done. I drew trade lines on it too, so it's an incomprehensible mess. Let me see. Stream discussion. Right, you've got what Purple Panda said, and what I think I was saying was that yeah, they had to skip out. They had to skip out on the imbued axe, which is a little tough to do. Just from the perspective of not wanting to. I don't have enough room for double Bridge Riff, do I? I miss out on the second rush. Am I okay with that? I still get 3 minions. Oh, well, so you could hero power instead of playing the Frightened Flunky. Ah, you're right. You're so right. I could do that. Yeah, I could do that, and I probably would have if I'd thought about it. What the?
Red alert!
The internet's right.
There it is. The internet's right button didn't want to work. It didn't want to work. Just wondering if yeah, should have done that. I believe in Nelly giving minions for down these rifts. I don't know. I took some pretty big pirates. I took some pretty big ones. Took an amalgam. I took a gangplank. I forget what the third one I took was. Ace says, Ace 7 back to playing Arena after a long time. Having fun. Glad you're having fun. Drafted 4 Blood in the Waters. Blood in the Water. And a Trickster. Even scammed a game with a Viz and a Sunwheel and a Trickster and a Scourge. I don't know what that last stuff is. It's a bunch of expensive spells for 0. Okay. I'm glad you're having fun. I've never had fun in Arena, but I'm glad you are. For reducing my voice tone. Did you just say you've never had fun in Arena, Yugi? Yeah, that's right. Then why do you keep playing? What else am I gonna do, Joey? I don't know. Help the needy? That's the funniest thing you've ever said, Joey. Oh. Miserable Yugi.
Interesting.
Put your dukes up, small fry.
I must act soon.
Leave them with nothing. If I think you. Alright. Riffing up. Will wants to look so. Hope it's not a video or anything. I can't. Oh, okay, this. Yeah. What's the second F stand for? It's also amusing me that it ends up with the little, you know, the like postmarkers. It looks like a license plate instead of a coupon. Like, oh, I want a Alvaria license plate. That'll show people on the road what I believe in.
Mortals, so full of sin.
You got a brawl, buddy? You got a brawl? That's doing dwarves just give everything to them. Some steam tanks might have license plates. I'd believe it.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all.
Moon says this deck is disgusting. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Filthy. Absolutely filthy. Yet genuinely arousing. I mean, we've effectively won. I don't have quite enough damage to kill him this turn, but...
Want the plague? Gladly.
It needs time to prepare.
Didn't get rush. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter. There've been like 3 brawls just out of this deck. There's still 2 more Bridge Riffs in the deck. It's true. It's true. Alright, 6 wins, no loss. Can we get the perfect infinite with 1 more win? I don't know. There was 1 match we should have lost, and 1 match we nearly lost. We've still come up perfect so far.
Renathal versus Thrall.
I bring the fury of the elements.
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
Is what did Sandy might turn into? The stupid response I want to give is just, you know, the radio thing. You listen to save file radio, all save file all the time. Let's see what's coming up next. Oh, it's save file. Stay tuned. Moon Redeems an anime voice turn. It's one of those things where I have the first words. The first words of what I want. And then I have nothing after that. I just have, you know, Yogi, I once ran a radio station. Really? I have nothing else.
The calm before the storm.
A thirst beyond death seems to me.
I guess it could just be the whole... Okay, well, now I've got it. Now I've got it. Perfect. Yes, Ed. No, now I've got. It took a second. Now I've got. It's still stupid. Now I've got. Now the gag is, you know, Yogi, I once ran a radio station. Really? Yes, Yogi, it was a very difficult job. I put my all into it. I researched the trends on other radio stations. I researched the audience in my local area. And I just really, I made sure that the playlists, you know, were just the absolute best they could be. You know, it was the hardest I've worked in my life, Yugi. Those 2 years I ran that radio station.
That inevitable
Huh. Okay. Why did you stop? Well, Yogi, I eventually realized that you cannot run a radio station just by talking into your radio. I thought it went out. I thought it broadcast. I said, this is Joey in the morning. And I did that for 2 years. In the morning, only on FM Radio. Unjibly Smash Mouth on repeat. I didn't want the song to end, Yogi. So if I play Last Stand, I can do the double Bridge Riff. Which is pretty good. I don't get the double stats, though.
interesting.
I'll wait. Even though they get a good trade here, I'll wait.
Might or magic, I will stand it all.
Shit's a joy every time. Should just be C-Kid. There's another anime voice joining that's not too difficult. I'm not giving one for free this time.
This place is scary.
Don't really have the armor for this. See if they have, you know, like a lightning storm or something similar. Redeems the anime voice turn. The idea was... So J-Master's prompt was Yugi's answer to Joey every time should just be seek help. And then, so, you know, the response to that is, you know, oh, I have tried, Yugi. I have sought out many, many, many psychiatrists in this world. And have they helped? No, Yogi, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! I have gone to 70 separate psychiatrists. Do you know what happens every time? They challenge... Yes, Yugi, they challenge me to a duel! And we fight with cards, and I usually lose, and then they charge me $100 for the appointment. It's like 15 minutes. It's bad, Yugi. Every time. So many I've tried. There's Ramonia. Although that has poor interaction with weapons expert. Well, I can just play this turn, yeah?
The streets are not safe.
Alright, they're spawning totems. Let's see Victor's career as an anime voice actor. Not super particularly, you know. But I have I have toyed with the idea of, you know, maybe just, you know, submitting a voice reel somewhere to see if they're like, yeah, you've got it. I don't think it would go anywhere. It's good enough to make jokes on Twitch, but I don't think it's good enough for anything professional. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm underconfident. I'm underconfident about a lot of things. There's too much Yu-Gi-Oh! And I can't take it anymore. And there's not even a furry redemption today because I broke the furry. You know? There's no room for variety. What happened to the furry? What'd you do? I moved some files around to clean up my desktop, and the furry stuff was on the desktop, and so I need to relink it to the right places. And so yeah, right now if we try to play the furry, it doesn't show the stuff on the right side or the stuff in the top left. So I need to fix that. I tried to fix it on the fly and it didn't work, so
Is that inevitable?
we'll do it. We'll do it later.
I must act soon.
Not for my fortune. Might or magic, I'll withstand your worst.
I didn't like the Ramonia play there. There is a Ramonia play there, but I didn't like it. The Cosmic Camel with... I was gonna say, those will be cosmic versions of the cosmic emotes that we used to have here. I did finally remove them a month over time. Yes, it's glad to see you still enjoying them, still in action. So I'm gonna shoot the Divine Shield or shoot the 3-2. Can we get the safe two-finger salute? Not yet. Not yet. I still need to do the con scream, too. I still need to do that. I mean, I've got... You know, I've still got, I believe, if I click this... Oh, shoot! I moved off the desktop. I moved a bunch of files around, including just the Luke salute. I had the image before, but that's not there right now either.
Interesting.
Hold on. How are we doing this? How are we doing this? We can hit here. We can hit here. Oh, I've got Puffer. There's too much confusion here.
But you do them small right. Your blood for the sire.
Into ribbons!
Make them bleed.
I must act soon. Face the darkness. Face the darkness.
Blood for the sire.
Into ribbons!
I should hit one of those. It's still a really good turn. That's still a really good turn. I don't know if that's the absolute best version, but still really good. Oh, let's get a shout for Cosmic, by the way. Cosmic, one of the biggest supporters of this stream and the Arena community at large. You can check out Cosmic at the Cosmic Command Center. Cosmic just recently ran a competition supporting the Arena community and the Amazon rainforest.
Gotta keep them tuned.
Boom. Brian Applebomb's getting buffed. Brian Applebomb's getting buffed tomorrow. Not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, we don't know what the buff's gonna look like, but it's getting buffed. Good for you, buddy, was the live notification today. I'm very proud of Ryan Applebaum for getting buffed somehow. Somehow.
The darkness. Face the darkness.
Blood for the sire. Make them bleed.
Alright. I was so powerful already. It's very powerful. Especially against living things. Thanks to the patch, but ooh, that's an older patch. That's an older patch. The new patch, you know, we don't have any notes. We don't have any notes, but they showed the images of the cards. Images of the cards getting buffed and getting nerfed. Which the image is this. It's up to you, though, to know what the cards are. I'm very excited about Blightfang getting nerfed, because they buffed it. I was hoping after they buffed it, they would nerf it, because we have 4 Blightfangs, 2 gold ones, 2 regular ones. So that's a lot of dust from the nerf. That's a lot of dust.
Face the darkness.
Blood for the sire.
Evacuate! Alright. So they've got one more random spell. If I was paying closer attention, I would know what type of spell it is. What kind of those zero tech means you can easily bounce back your sword here. Totems, Ramornia's best friend. What's this? Can someone make this makes sense? There's a person I met who didn't like a game because you had to do the intro story to access the expansion. There's my friend who hated a game because he had to do a tutorial on this and so you had to do the intro quest to access the expansion. Yeah, I mean my yeah, I mean, but my default is you have to do everything in a game before you access the expansion. So, I would not have the issue. Big thank you, Cosmic. I was going to say dedicating a win. I'm hoping we can dedicate the win here in a moment. But, gift out a sub. Not only just a hooch.
Excellent decision.
One goes out to hoots, but also gifting a 433rd gifted sub goes out to Freeze.
Interesting.
2 subs. 2 subs make a hug. It's been true. For a while, it remains true. I gotta figure out what we're doing, though. I do still have to figure out what we're doing here, because we definitely don't have lethal.
Evacuate!
Face the darkness.
Buff everything, and then stealth everything. Cosmic Gifts a 3rd sub, as it should always be.
As it should always be. This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
This is Lando's still 5. Lando's still 5. There's also a special request for 3 available now. So you do it. You do a 4th. You do a 4th, goes out the suitcase. And I'll hit the J-Master wanted this one. And it's a little long. It's a little long. I think it's longer than This Is the Way. So I said this has to be at least 3 at a time. So, but here's what it looks like.
So say we all.
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 It's a little longer. It's a little longer. You get a sub. You get a sub. Everybody gets a sub. Congrats to Suitcase getting it and Raffle. 4 gifted subs. He says, this is the way. This is the way. So say we all the memes. I've spoken. Wow. Greybow. I didn't even realize this was in. Where the heck did I get Greybow from? Oh, it's not in! It's not in! It was from Unpopular Has-Been. It was from Unpopular Has-Been. No wonder I didn't realize it was in. It's not. Alright, Cosmic gets a 5th gifted sub. We'll hit the Lando in a second. We'll hit the Lando in a moment as soon as I decide what we're doing on this turn.
The darkness. On beat.
Tier 2! Tier 2? I didn't see it was Tier 2. Glad somebody pointed out. All the other ones were Tier 1, right? Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Double checking.
Must act soon.
Alright, it's at Lando. Let's... Oh, wait, that's the excellent decision. If I had timed it a little better, we could have got the explosion to go with the rope roping out. J-Master gifts a sub 2. J-Master gifts a sub 2. I say, well done. Topping up on Cosmic's generosity. The well done. The well done got a little drowned out by your barking up the wrong tree. Biggie got it. Yes, congrats. Jeez, Slenderman with another Lando. Another Lando and a hype train, I believe. Lando? All right, and they explode. And they explode. Donna says, I'm subbed? No, you're not. But... with 3 groups of 3, I'll hit the So Say We All again. With J-Master, 3 groups of 5 gifts. Let's do J-Master's special request.
So say we all.
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 Should actually say 3 times 5. So say we all. The end of that is much more quiet. Then he turns to the priestess and says, so say we all. She says, so say we all. All right, 7-0. 7-0, hype train at level 4.23. So, if you don't have any of the level... If you're missing any of the level 4 hype train emotes or below, it's a good chance to get them. It's a good chance to get them. Hype train's active for 4 minutes. They're adorable cartoon animals. If we get to level 5, it includes the Hype Lurk emote, which I like. I think it's just very useful to have a Lurk emote that's not attached to a sub. But bad with Jeer. Cosmic gifts a sub out to Diamond, who said, Am I subbed? Am I subbed? They're not. But now they are. But now they are. Knock the headphones off again. I love these headphones, and they're really great to wear for hours and hours because they're kind of loose, right? If they're pushing in, it can be uncomfortable after hours and hours. But it does make it easy to throw the headphones off when twisting my head. Wicked Kid choose 113 bits to get on the hype train and got that tier 2 gifted sub from Cosmic. So thank you, Wicked Kid, and thank you, Cosmic. I mentioned Wicked Kid in streams earlier, but I don't know if I did an actual shout-out. There's an actual shout-out. Give Wicked Kid a follow if you're not. All right, and I think I just saw Rico. I think I just saw Hikari Rico there, who streams Valorant, has been streaming Sekiro. Make sure you check out Rico. Always happy to have Rico here. Moon hops on the hype train with their 3 months of sub. Upgrade to the blue badge. I'm running out of sub alerts here. It's the blue badge though. It's the blue badge.
Hi, Fox. I really appreciate what you did for me.
Crystal's blue. In your expert opinion, if you didn't like Battlestar Galactica but liked Star Trek Next Generation, should you watch Stargate? Yes. Yes. At least seasons 1 through 8. You might not like season 9 and 10.
This place is scary.
And if you watch a little bit of Stargate Season 1, you decide you don't like it, go watch only the episode Window of Opportunity. Because even if you're not totally enamored with Stargate as a whole, you'll probably like Window of Opportunity if you like Next Generation. It's the best Stargate episode. Here's also Atlantis. Yeah, Atlantis is pretty good. I like SG-1 better, but I saw all 5 seasons of Atlantis. It's pretty good. All right, whoa. Torn cheers 1,000 bits to hype and boost the hype train. To hype and boost the hype train? Yeah, it works. To level 5. Pratt hops on the hype train with 4 months of sub. I'm out. I'm out of non... Oh, wait, no, I've got one more. I've got the other This Is the Way. We've not used this one. Wait, but Sov just did one. I could do one of the joke ones.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
So there's Pratt. There's Pratt with 4 months of sub. Thank you again, Torn, with 1,000 bit sports. Apparently I got bits. Got 1,000 less now, but I've got them, which I appreciate. So we're trying to play game and talk about hype. I'm gonna be behind on chat, by the way. I'm gonna do my best to catch up. You know, I try to read every message. But yeah, Sofa's 31 months of sub. Over 30. And I guess I'll do one of the joke ones, because we're out of the normal ones. I'll have to start repeating them. But one of the joke ones is this.
Yes, and congratulations. What took you so long?
What took you so long for 31 months of sub? Why did that take you, you know? Over 30 months. Alright, thank you very much to Sove. The hype train's at level 5.21, meaning you can get like that hype lurk emote possibly out of the pool. Out of the pool. It's not guaranteed, but yeah, the level 5 and below, all the hype train emotes are available right now. 100 bits or more, sub or gifted sub. Random question: do you actually get the bits? And choose to donate to another streamer. I think I'm allowed to say that no. I get the finger thing means the taxes. I don't get bits transferred to my account. I think I'm allowed to say that. Let's see. What else we got? Do you like Farscape? I've only seen like 3 or 4 episodes of Farscape. One of my favorite sci-fi shows, great villain. I'm sure I need to watch it at some point. I think, if I remember what happened, I tried to watch Farscape right after I finished binging through Babylon 5. Because I had not watched Babylon 5 what was airing. I was watching, you know, like Deep Space Nine what was airing, which is the same show. So I had not watched Babylon 5. I watched it years later when it was added to, you know, some streaming service. And I binged through it all, and then I went, like, right on to Farscape, and that was too fast. Ah, man, I really wish you could... Okay, let's just play Power Slider.
Time to rock! And roll!
Right now, we just need to stall until we can make our power turns of Remornia and this double Bridge Riff next turn. Log redeems an anime voice turn. There's no time for anime voices. There's a hype train that only has 90 seconds left on it. And Zai cheered 100 bits says Worf is overrated. I like Worf. But Yogi, just anything we say is the anime voice. There's plenty of time to talk, isn't there? No!
So full of sin.
Is that a counterspell? Oh, it could be. Oh, shoot. Foul with 4 months of sub and redeemed the Rocket Man earlier, I believe. Oh man, what if this is counterspell? What if that is counterspell? Oh no. Damn! I knew it could happen. But I thought with the spot we're in, I had to go for it. Alright. There's how many subs received? Look in the camera and say, Rose Towers, favorite companion. Now, I didn't dislike Rose, but we could do this foul with 4 months to sub. One of the jokey ones I didn't use yet.
You're adorable.
I appreciate it. Oh no, Pratt gives out another one. I'm out.
Excellent decision.
Could still be an excellent decision, though.
Interesting.
The hype train goes out with 22 subs and 1,213 bits. I super appreciate as we die horribly this game. Well, maybe not. The title's actually really good here. Barrel with the chew. Wait, isn't Barrel streaming right now? Alright. There's a chance. Yeah, we have a prediction right now for will this go 8+ wins. Alright, what do we got? We got more Bridge Riffs. We got Remornia. Still gotta make plays. I still know there's some messages I didn't catch up on. I know, like, I saw a message from Wilt that was like Stargate SG-1 question mark, which is the series in question. If we bump here, this goes to 2 mana, which lets me go Light of the Phoenix, Armor Up, Bridge Riff. Right? I can't do it right now, but I can do it if I do this. You must look at the mecha promo. It's only available for 2 more days. But yeah, I had a good time with it. I had a good time with the Mech Arena. There's another sort of sponsory thing that might happen soon. That would be really cool if it did, but I don't know if it'll happen. I'm not gonna talk about what it is because it may not happen, but it'd be cool if it did. Alright, we're gonna bump with Remornia. Trade with these. They'll do 3 AoE damage. There's the 3 AoE damage. And then I think I just want armor. Honestly, so I'm gonna do this.
Face the
And smack him in the face. And then re-equip Remornia. And hopefully that wins the game. Think that means the Texas. Cosmic Gifts, another sub goes out to Zai, who did cheer. It was 100 bits, right? It was, wasn't it 100? I think it was 100. I hope I'm not misquoting. No, it was 100. Worf is overrated. Worf is overrated. Riker says.
Excellent decision.
Riker says excellent decision to call Worf overrated. All glory to Riker. Thank you, Cosmic, with 438 gifted subs. Cosmic is always excited. Because Cosmic supports channels a lot. And one of the things I know Cosmic likes best is when the wheel turns. When Cosmic greases the wheel with some gifted subs and other people come in and double up on that support type thing. I know that's one of the things Cosmic likes best, so I hope you enjoyed that hype trade, Cosmic, and your part in it. As you guys rock, just like Tony would have done. Tony the Legendary on board. Once I've never watched Star Trek, is there any particular episodes you recommend to watch? Yes, there certainly are. Here's these are the three. These are the three I usually give out now, and to dedicate that win to everybody on the hype train. Everybody on the hype train. What's the Star Trek? Has some great ones. There's over 800 episodes of Star Trek. I could talk all day about Star Trek episodes I like, but that's too much information. So I give you three things. Three things. This is what I usually say now. One, if you want to see, the Star Trek of the past that's nearest and dearest to my heart, I would probably recommend either the episode Darmok, which is like diplomacy, Star Trek diplomacy, or the episode Cause and Effect, which is kind of mystery and weird stuff going on, from Star Trek Next Generation, which is probably my favorite Star Trek show. Those two episodes. Yes, Trouble with Tribbles, you want to go really old school to the original series, but like I said, I don't want all the excitement. I went right past 17 subs. Oh, you got 19 this month. Yes, indeed. I'm going to try to catch up on some chat. I know I missed some chat. But somebody said, which Star Trek do I recommend? So, Darmok and Cause and Effect from Next Generation is what I would say. And then there's two other things. If you're not sure, if you want to ease yourself into Star Trek, the movie J.J. Abrams did in 2009, which is just called Star Trek 2009, that reboot movie's fun, and it's very Star Warsy. It's an easy watch. I enjoy that movie. Not every Star Trek fan likes that movie. I like that movie. And then the last one is, Sinister says Darmok's great. I love Darmok. Sometimes I'm like, is Darmok as good as I remember? And I go back and watch it, and I'm like, yeah, no, this episode's great. I think the new Star Trek series better than the old ones, then you hide. Well, if you're serious, I don't think that's an invalid opinion. But talking about the new ones, in terms of if you want to see a modern show, Star Trek Strange New Worlds is what I recommend now. It just started last year. They're starting the second season next month. If you want to see some new Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, I think is great. I really enjoyed the first season. I hope the second season's great. So there's the three things. Star Trek 2009, the movie, Darmok and Cause and Effect from Next Generation for a bit older, and then Strange New Worlds for the new stuff. Old Star Trek, Darmok and Cause and Effect, J.J. Abrams movie, Strange New Worlds. Yeah. Those are the three kind of starting points I give out these days. That's my personal thing. There's a billion other great Star Trek things out there, but I don't want to give you too many starting points. Those are the three I would say. Okay, we got the 8 wins, 0 losses, which means that the prediction goes in favor of people who said this deck would get 8 wins, which was probably the smart bet. We do need to take a break, by the way, but I want to catch up on chat a little bit before we do. Kid says, yay, new email. Oh, and you get, it's the Hype Lurk. It's the Hype Lurk, the one I hype up. Pratt said we out to VAR. I'm just scrolling. There was the question about Farscape, which I did answer. Brandy says they started up Stargate last November. You hate it for the first 2 seasons, but now you're almost finished with the 10th. Kind of sad. Don't forget, there are 2 movies, if you're unaware. There's The Arc of Truth, and there's Stargate Continuum. I think there's only 2 movies, right? So make sure you definitely want to see Arc of Truth, because Arc of Truth is like the ending of the show. So make sure you're aware of that in case you're not. Yes, Torn with 1,000 bits of support. Freeze to watch the Stargate movie. Just now it was perfect. The movie's good. The movie's good. Let's see. Isherwood was asking that question about Stargate. We give Rico the shout out. And we're James almost for the 25,000 bit badge. Adama eats noodles. He does. Just see if I missed anything else during the hype train. Big thank you everybody on the hype train. Can always trim it down to 1, so say we all. Yeah, but I think it kind of misses the point for people without the context. Okay. Lang says, we don't believe how much work it took to get this working. I mean, it says, meow. Wave race. Wait, wave race? That was a video game, you know. You got some fancy Excel sheets going. I hope they help you out, Lightning. I hope they help you out, and I hope your text files still magically update Excel files. Okay, we do need to take a 3-minute break. We do need to take a 3-minute break at the 8:00. Huge thank you, everybody on the hype train. J-Master gifting out a lot. Slenderman gifting out 5. Cosmic gifting out 5+. And Torn to 1,000 bits. Wicked Kid doing 113. We shall be back. We shall be back in 3 minutes. Big thank you, though. Big thank you. Wavery 64. Yeah, I played a lot of that game. wins, no loss. Big hype train. So it's good night save. What? Dropping 5 gifted subs and then run? That's fine. That's fine. Alright, big appreciation for what's been all the best to you here in the middle of May. And thanks for using a browser source. A browser source like through Excel? Huh. I have never done that. So I work in the morning. That sounds like a responsible thing to do to get some sleep then. I recommend it. Sleep is good. Sleep is for the weak, and I try to get as much sleep as possible. I'm very weak. Thank you again, gentlemen. Have a good night.
Darkest greetings to you.
Thanks. It's on sheets now for easier sharing and ease of use. Man, this...
So full of sin.
I feel like about 2 months from now, Lightning, you're gonna keep trying to add capabilities to this Excel file, and then eventually it's going to come to the point that, you know, the message in chat is gonna be Lightning saying, "So I got hacked, safe." I got hacked through my browser source Excel file. This is getting situated. Well, that could be too, you know, and that's with, you know, all the chatbot stuff I mess around with. Sentience first, Sentience first, scams later. So I really want to coin Sword Eater, but you know what I want to do even more? Coin Bridge Riff, Bridge Riff. So we're gonna do nothing this turn. Nothing at all.
The culprit was not tidy.
They prevented our minions, but fortunately our plan is a spell anyway. They are going to be gaining a lot of hand buffs here. A lot of hand buffs. It could be a problem, but hopefully the double Bridge Riff will be powerful enough to get past that. It's probably no coincidence that we're at 8-0 and we're seeing this warrior mirror. They said they nerfed it. Seems like they didn't nerf it hard enough. Oh, nice!
Oh, what fine splendor.
The Tolvir hurts itself and gives him an extra hand buff. That's pretty good. Okay, so these are heavily hand buffed, but their actual on-board stuff is not very troublesome. And we've got this super strong double riff. Alright, I don't know how many hand buffs they have, like 8, 10? But hopefully our immediate power will be enough to counter it. So that had 3 hand buffs. If we swing the imbued axe, can buff both of these. Actually, what we can do is...
A thirst beyond death. It sings to me. A thirst beyond death.
Really hoping they do not have some type of AoE here, because I want all these 3 damaged minions to get buffed by the imbued axe. We were gonna go for the imbued axe that last turn, but now this looks better to me. Currently this turn, yeah, they're out of mana, so this turn's amazing too. Oh jeez, I got another Bridge Riff, but this does Chorus Riff. But yeah, so imbued axe plus power slider goes boom, kills that, makes that damage. We trade there. Boom, boom, boom. Faced them down to 9. It's maybe your second 12-0 of the mess this week. I'm not counting on that. Unfortunately, there's no pressure for that. Well, there's a little pressure. There's a little pressure. There's no pressure because we already have the 12-0 Warrior. But, you know, like I said, we put that 12-0 Hunter deck on the YouTube. It's actually doing very, very well compared to our usual YouTube videos. We have very little YouTube presence, but that 12-0 video... right now it has 246 views, which, you know, is not a lot. Our YouTube's quite small. But even with 246 views, usually a video after a day would only have like 70 views. So it's got, you know, like 4 times as many views as one of our normal runs on YouTube. That's doing pretty well. Doing pretty well for us. Just with the YouTube channel, yeah, if you have a YouTube account and you don't mind following the YouTube subbing, but, you know, it's different than a Twitch sub. Yeah, no, I don't know if we can ever get to the point where the YouTube makes money. We have 400 people on the YouTube. We need 600 more. It seems insurmountable. The YouTube subscriber count goes up really slowly, and maybe I need to put more of those, you know, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in the videos or whatever, but I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. 9 wins, no loss. Yeah, we also have the same amount of viewers here live on Twitch as views, period, on that YouTube video in a day. Yeah. Which, yeah, I try not to get, is that a challenge? It sure is. I have vaguely considered, you know, putting up a little goal that says, you know, if we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we'll do like a 24-hour stream. I don't know if it would help. I don't know if it would accelerate us much. But I've thought about it.
You have fallen, master.
How far you have fallen, master. Special line against an Athris. Here says, also combine the secret variation with your main. That's actually a really bad idea. Typically, YouTube is a lot like Twitch, insofar as the algorithm favors similar content. When you start throwing a bunch of different types of content on a single YouTube channel, it actually like messes up the algorithm, and it doesn't know who to recommend you to. When one special life he plays Denathrius. That's right. I forget what the exact line is, but that's right. It's like, at your side, master, or something. Something like that.
Not for my forge.
Stay back!
Yeah, if you dilute it, bust things up, yeah. There's a reason I'm not your agent.
Yo-ho! Set sail for the snack bar!
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, like it says, you know, like the YouTube video is almost as many active viewers as here. And yeah, I try not to, you know, we've had a lot of success on Twitch. We've had a lot of success on Twitch, so, you know, even if we never find any success in the YouTube, it's like, hey, blessed to have success here. Try not to get frustrated that, you know, everything doesn't work out. Cosmic Stuff, do some nighttime fishing. Is that... You know, where I come from, that's a euphemism for you know, like, human trafficking. Thanks again, safe out, thank again to you, to the Cosmic Camel, and hope you continue to enjoy those emotes. And the night fishing. The night fishing, which sounds suspicious as heck.
Is that inevitable doom?
Ah, they actually did take the axe. Seems like everybody takes the trident, but not this time.
See for yourself!
I must act soon. Face the darkness.
Job done.
Versus him up with 12 different Gmails left over from his previous jobs. Here's the nice one, Gits. I assume I catch your meaning, but I don't know what that means. I'm worried that you do.
I bring the rhythm.
But it's good to see you, Gits. Hope you're doing well. Do I want to swing face to get this to 9-6, or do I want to leave it there? We know they have a woodcutter's axe.
Ah, is that inevitable doom?
I don't think I'm gonna do it, but I'm almost gonna do it. Because they might play Bridge Riff here, right? We're at 9-0. They might play their own Bridge Riff. Yeah. Not too surprising. Alright. Yeah, Bridge Riff ourselves, because we can do the double next turn. So always execute before an X plus slams, not sound too bad. And, you know, Bridge Riff too. If you're gonna play Riff, then you should have attacked. But possibly, but the question is, can I get more value out of the axe than just a single buff that might mess him up for a single turn? You know, are these swings more valuable than that? So they're doing the double Riff, as we simultaneously gain access to double Riff. It's a Riff game. Not too surprising.
This place is scary.
What happened to the warrior that hit face with Harmonia for 10? Well, we're at 9-0, so they must have died. Is that a valid answer? We did the same thing to a priest. Double stat taunt. I don't have anything good against double stat taunt right now. Just checking deck list. What is this deck? I mean, they just played their third Bridge Riff. What is this deck? It's the same as their deck. It's how you get to 9-0 as a warrior. They know it, I know it. Unfortunately, they've done an even better job than us, but I can do it again.
The streets are not safe.
Oh, look at us destroying each other for power. How charming.
Off me!
Face the darkness.
Alright, they're at 22 health, we're at 13. We're currently ahead on board, but do they have a fourth Bridge Riff? Yeah, look at this list of the phone, pay the price. That's right, we're pretty sure they did. Thrifty posted an image of it on the Discord. It says Bridge Riffs all the way down. On both sides. On both sides.
Not for my fort.
There they go. There's their fourth. I haven't drawn my fourth yet.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all. Do your worst.
Face the darkness.
We're at 10 health, they have a 6-4. Yeah, so we got everything. We got Anima, we got Nelly, everyone in. I think they were the draft from the older time, like Joey Word with 20, 22 or 23 Bridge Riffs. Yeah. I forgot about that. That was more than 5 minutes ago. So let's see what can possibly beat this deck. Sword Eater with double stats.
This place is scary.
Seems the anime voice turn. I don't.
I have little time.
Is it pretty sure we're not losing? I don't know. I mean, I hope you're right. Okay. I don't know if I can do the anime voice, John. I actually have to think through this. This is buffed. So Darkfall can do 6 damage while getting more hand buffs. So we can go boom boom 6. And then we could do Sunfire, or we can bump here, which lets us do the Nelly. I don't think I'm doing Nelly this turn, though. I think we're playing these taunts.
Is that inevitable doom?
A thirst beyond death, it sings to me. A thirst beyond death.
Evacuate!
Must act soon.
This is not what we stood for.
This is not what we stood for. Alright, Bridge Riffs and Bridge Riffs and Bridge Riffs. Taunts and taunts and taunts. It's the ultimate warrior showdown.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all.
You know, Yugi, people think that what I was gonna say makes no sense. But that's fine. It's still in character for it to make no sense. You know, Yugi, people think I got my hairstyle from Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's not true. I got it from Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. But you are Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Interesting.
Drake's good here. Is Drake good here? I don't think Drake's actually that good here. I don't think Drake's actually that good here, to be honest.
I must act soon. So sweet.
We already used layouts. Well, I think it still doesn't line the numbers up well enough. I think they end up really cutting us down too easily. Apparently Automod won't let you bully the rapper or whatever it gets, which amuses me. It said your whole sentence was bullying. Oh, execute. Yeah, we got 20 health right now, though. I think I need some really strong cards to get out of this. Use the Drake. I'm gonna use the Drake. The Ramorni is good too. I'm gonna use the Drake. Buffs this, but that's okay. Black Skill does get the clone, well, or the activation. Does Ramorni be better this turn? Maybe. Maybe.
Time to rock and roll.
This is the equivalent of Max Winged Dragon Vrog. It's Yu-Gi-Oh's Slipper? Sky tracking. It's got his opposite. Wait, do they do three-way fights on Yu-Gi-Oh? Alright, we played 3 Bridge Riffs, they played 4! Well, we came out on top. No, Kaiba lost first. Oh! Alright. They 2v2s. They do 2v2s. Yeah, it's a 4-way fight between Merrick, Yuki, Kaiba, and Sherry. Are Yugi and Joey together, or Kaiba and Joey together? Alright. It's an Aeon and Star. It looks almost identical to Merrick. Interesting. Oh, the first one you meet, yeah? I think? Alright. 10 wins, no loss. Oh, it's a 1v1v1. Oh, okay. Got Warrior 12-0? We do have Warrior 12-0. We do have Warrior 12-0. We'll still go for it anyway. Didn't play our 2 big legendaries. They're not worthy enough. Yeah, we were holding the Ramornia. We had 1 good Ramornia turn at the end. We went for the Drake anyway. Alright. It's me another little note to myself about a GG, a good game. Did it for one other game this run.
Renathal versus Uther.
Uther.
I will fight with honor.
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
I think... Just decide if I want to keep frothing or if I want to mulligan harder for frightened flunkies and anima extractor. I decided to mulligan harder for the more important early cards.
Darkest greetings to you.
I don't even know what 10-win battle would have these days. The Discover a Dragon card. Discover a Dragon and summon a 5/5 on Mana Thirst. Like 5 of those. Ooh, yeah. This could be interesting against Paladin. Yeah, 10-0 Paladin in this economy. I saw him because I don't even know what 10-win Paladin would have these days. I didn't even realize we were fighting a Paladin yet. I thought you were just bringing it up out of nowhere. Yeah, that's true. Even though I don't know what Merrick looks like offhand, yeah, I have seen that character before. I made the connection because I was thinking about all the Aeon characters in Star Wheel. Like, most of them look like, you know, crazy nonsense. What would possibly look like a Yu-Gi-Oh character? Oh, wait, no, I know. It's that first character you meet. They got 9 seafloors. Maybe. Since we've alternate timeline, you can get Season 0 Kaiba. In the first season, Never Got American released Kaiba has green hair. It's kind of like Smithers in Season 1 of The Simpsons, who has like white hair and he's black. I think Mo also had different color hair or something. Yes, a different skin color in Season 1. Yeah, they decided it was a bad look. They decided it was a bad look to have him as being, you know, super subservient to Mr. Burns. And they changed it. There's double Bridge Riff. Just to see if I got on you. Hope the bazooka works out for you. Hope you enjoy the charge bow play style. Plus she's just very popular. She's very popular for her look. So I hope you enjoy her. And you have a 5-star. You have a 5-star, premier 5-star that I don't have. So you can play the game differently from me. Yeah, hope you enjoy.
Never lacks corpse.
I hope you have a decent bow for her. If 2 Favonius Warbows only. Ooh, that's not a... I literally have 2 of her best bow. I literally have 2 of the, it's the Amos bow or something? It's the one on the banner, the weapon banner right now. I have 2 of them. Well, I wish I could give you one. Okay, this is good.
A thirst beyond death, it sings to me.
She wrote tomorrow on Star Rail though, you mean, right?
Time to rock!
This is stall mana spend. I'm spending my mana. I'm spending my mana. What did we talk about?
Accidents, they happen, you know?
This Baron smell, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, like we talked about earlier, I'll do some polls, and if I get how do you pronounce his name, Jing Yong or whatever, I'll be happy. If I get the furry character, I'll be happy there too, because she's a good support for Zile. I don't have any copies. You said you had like an E3 or something. And if I don't get either, I'll be sad. I'll be sad. Hedge redeems the Star Trek Trail of the Day. Let's see. See if we can do this. The Star Trek Trail of the Day.
Engage.
Got a special request, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just find something. Something. Where are we going? They haven't played any spells. They haven't played any spells. We can just do double Bridge Riff.
Thirst beyond death.
Alright, hoping they don't have like a double consecration. You have E14, E1, E4, the best upgrades. So I'm glad you got the E4 then. To spend the full 6 in 1 card is usually better. I'd have to go back and see which turn you're talking about to see if I would agree at all. Okay, well, they might play another spell here, but if they don't, we got Grand Shield Sunwell, which would be pretty funny. Neo Greg with the raid at an interesting time. They just played Sunwell, and I'm holding cast a copy of the last spell your opponent played. But they might use, like, coin. But yes, big thank you. Perhaps you always cut yourself off, Greg. Greg was saying something like, thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate you, and most importantly, and then the raid goes off. Yeah, because of Twitch delay, a lot of people do that. I'm sure I do that sometimes. I try not to. So here's a Moobot shout out. A Moobot shout out for Neo Greg, and a Twitch shout out for Neo Greg. Long redeems an anime voice turn. Well, you gonna make a fool of me? What if there's somebody from Neo Greg that doesn't know who we are? We stream Arena. We stream Arena 6 days a week. And we do stupid stuff too sometimes. Alright. It's time to play Ramonia. Joey, don't you dare disrespect me by telling me what we're gonna play. Oh, I'm sorry, Yogi. Alright, we're gonna play Ramonia. But I said doesn't no. No, don't. Gonna put the Ramonia right on board. But Yogi, they could destroy it on board. Now we have 9 health left. What could go wrong? So many things. They have a Sunwell. They have 3 Sunwell spells, Yogi. They could twist together your sword. Baron says, let's go, Yogi, with 6 months of sub.
Excellent decision.
There he is. There's Captain Yogi. Oh, wait, Riker. Here's to get better time in their outros. There's a command. Quick chat with a clip of you doing. Yeah. See, I can't do it loud enough. It's me playing the actual audio while I just mouth it, right? It's way too high for me. I see. Nelly Ramone. Now he says, Princess Nelly Ramone 5. Bridge Riff Soy Mine. We're at 10-0. We're at 10-0. Big thank you, Bound. Big thank you, Neo Greg, as they play the Starlight Groove. I don't think I have ever seen Starlight Groove played. They got off Sunwell. Give your hero Divine Shield for this gameplay, and Holy Spell refreshes it. I want to give myself Divine Shield for fun.
Magic betrayed the victory is yours.
No, show me the disco ball. Show me the beam of power. Oh, I wanted to get Divine Shield on a warrior. That was gonna be fun. Alright, we did the logs, anime voice turn. Hedge redeemed the Star Trek Chair of the Day. Did Hedge have any special request before we hit up this possibly final game? I didn't see a special request. So let's play. Something comes to mind if I can find it. I don't know if I can. There we go. We played this, I don't know, half a year ago or something. But it's sort of triumphant. It's sort of triumphant, and we're at 11-0. We might be going 11-3, but this seems fair enough. All right, Star Trek Chair of the Day, only one a day.
I'm Captain James Kirk.
I am Captain Jean-Luc Picard. I am Commander Benjamin Sisko.
I am Captain Catherine Janeway.
I'm Captain Archer of the Starship Enterprise.
5 television series, 10 feature films, billions of dollars in merchandising. It is the greatest franchise in entertainment history. Now, the newest chapter in the Star Trek epic is ready to take viewers where no one has gone before. Back to the beginning.
What the hell? They do this zoom out shot.
Has gone before.
This is the shot of, you know, it zooms out on the ship, you know, it goes da, 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 and then it goes to warp speed. And they don't show it go to warp. What the hell? What a tease.
Back to the beginning. Star Trek Enterprise.
Take her out, Mr. Mayweather. Straight and steady.
There it is. I mean,
As Jonathan Archer, captain of the Enterprise NX-1 and leader of the very first Enterprise crew.
Since when do we have Vulcan science officers?
They're called phase pistols. They have 2 settings, stun and kill.
Seems to work. Their mission, to search for and contact alien life forms.
That's how you contact. That's how you contact alien life forms. That's the Star Trek way. Alright, this show is a little too long, so let's skip to the end.
Greatest entertainment franchise. This is the crowning achievement of the greatest entertainment franchise of all time. This is where it all begins.
We will complete this mission for all the citizens of Earth.
Star Trek Enterprise.
And you know, I'm like one additional comment here. Biggest smile in the universe, yeah. I'll make one additional comment here.
That have thrilled audiences year after year.
Where is it?
This is the crowning achievement of the greatest entertainment franchise of all time.
This is the crowning achievement of the greatest franchise of all time. Enterprise sucks! It's kind of okay. It's like my least favorite Star Trek show. This is the crowning achievement. It's not. It's really not. It's not horrible. Yeah, Brian says Enterprise is your favorite. I'm glad you enjoy it. No, I like season 4. Season 4 is really good, but I would not call it the crowning achievement of Star Trek. I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing twice. But yeah, season 4 is good. Season 4 is good. I wish they kept going. I wish they got more seasons because season 4 was good. Cheers, what's your favorite? I mean, my favorite is still probably Next Generation. But if they manage to keep the quality level or even get better with Star Trek Strange New Worlds that just started airing, I don't know. Maybe Strange New Worlds could become my favorite, but only if they maintain or improve the quality of the first season. Did get that last win, by the way, to Baron with the 6 months of sub, if I didn't already say it. Do you watch sci-fi series canceled a long time ago called Earth 2.0? I did not see that series. I do remember the name, and I'm a little curious. Let me see something. Earth 2.0... or just Earth 2. Just Earth 2. The series was created by Billy Ray. I was wondering if it was one of these shows that was created with some ideas with Gene Roddenberry even after he passed. Because, like, that series Andromeda, that was done with Gene Roddenberry ideas. There were a couple of other shows that were done with Gene Roddenberry ideas, but apparently it's not one of them. It says, damn, 12 away we go. Be nice. Maybe save a plate against this guy. They ended your rogue run. Oh, you got any intel? You got any intel? Yeah, he's at least a Nubricon. Okay. Here's the plan. And double flipper friends. Here is the plan. For anybody that's not aware of what's going down with Hearthstone right now. All we need to do is stall this game until Thursday. If we can stall until Thursday, a Nubricon will be nerfed. And our opponent will not be as strong. So that's the plan. We're going to rope every turn until Thursday, and their deck power level will go down. This is the only way out.
Face the darkness.
Get the sin-infused streams. Nuzzles pounces so warm. I was thinking that was gonna turn into a Star Trek Enterprise thing, though. That was Furry Scott Bakula. I was excited. Oh, Neil Gray did not see that preview of the buffs and nerfs incoming? Oh, yeah, no, Ron Applebaum. Ron Applebaum is one of the most arena-relevant ones. Ron Applebaum, of all things, is getting a buff, which it could use one. Did you see if they had this weapon? Because this weapon's scary, especially when you say they've got two of the flipper friends.
Face the darkness.
They're buffing Pandora and Discover? They're probably just putting it back to 2 mana. Where it used to be. Instead of 3 mana. Got a Bog Beast Whomper. And they buffed the Tambourine. I got another Bridge Riff. I'm gonna draw the cards now. Will this cost 0? I'm wondering if we could ever combine that with, I wonder if we could ever combine that with, like, the Bridge Riff, if we could make it cost 1, but I'm just gonna play it for 0. So I got all these 5/5s. We've infused Imbued Axe.
On beat.
Not for my forge.
Face the darkness.
So the one question is here is, do you believe they can kill me with 21 damage on board? And I have a 5/3 up. Because I think I should go face. So you could hedge the bet by trading one off. We could do that.
I must act soon.
I don't know. Trading here could be a bad idea. If I don't trade, I put him in range of just Sunfire Smithing, possibly. Neo Grace, I don't think we die here. I don't think we do either. So, you know, trading there instead of going face may have ended up being a dire mistake. We'll see. Flip of Friends plus Power of the Wild. Now, Power of the Wild, I don't know if it could have killed me, but it was one of the cards I was scared of, right?
This place is scary.
Face the darkness.
You know, great things we would have died, actually, if they had used the Power of the Wild on that previous turn. Well, then I guess I'm glad I did trade. Proven right once again, never face. Big thinks we didn't die. I don't know. I like to believe we did die because then I made the right choice. So this will get him some otters. 4 otters. Oh shoot, that is rush too. That's a shame. Yes, if I stalwart, I can only hero power, so I guess we're going Lava Gorger Sentinel. You want to sing the X after the trade? Impossible. Impossible against that taunt. Ramorni is amazing here, but Tidal Revenant can go directly face. Well, I mean, so can Ramornia, sort of. You know, Greg wants to take the title and hit face now. Yeah, this is at 3 attack, isn't it? Okay. Oh, yeah. I'll agree with Greg. If this was only at 2 attack, I don't think it's as smart. I don't think it's as smart as if that's at 2 attack, but when it's at 3 attack, you're right. So Miracle Growth means we still need more than just Tidal Revenant, but can they actually get through the 4/7? Because if they can't, it doesn't, like, really matter. Got for 2 legendaries? We did, although the legendaries are actually, like, weaker than the Bridge Riffs. Okay, so this is not lethal, correct? Story Class 2 does stream. You can check out story. It says lurk. I appreciate it. See, I can bump with Stalwart and swing the weapon and buff the Stalwart. Which is kind of the best we can do here, I think.
Might or magic, I'll withstand it all.
Face the darkness.
So now they have to heal for at least 3 to even live against the Tidal Revenant. Ba, 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 It just wants to be lose. It's difficult, but not impossible. If they can get the Druid box, we've seen some incredible Druid boxes gain, like, you know, literally 20 plus armor. Versus the Druid got to 11-0. I mean, they got an Unending Swarm, they got these Slipper Friends, they got Miracle Growth, but maybe most importantly, they had that Tambourine Weapon. That Tambourine Weapon's nuts. As people believe it's the one Druid that can't hear power buffs. Yeah. We fought a Druid at High Winds the other day. Oh, maybe it wasn't even at High Winds, but yeah, they played 3 of the epic armor gain cards, or was it 4? They like burnt one after playing 3, and they had at least one of the plus attack ones too. Alright. Boom! 2 12-0s. 2 12-0s within a week, as JMS just says. A double 12-0 this week. Wow. Wow. With this one we've already got the achievement, but it's still sweet to see a 12-0. And yeah, hi YouTube. We put the Hunter 12-0 on the YouTube. It's doing quite well view-wise compared to our usual runs. There it is. Enjoy the moment. In fact, I guess enjoy the moment. If you were here for the 12-0, we'll hit our last moment button for the month. We're only like halfway through the month, but we've used all 5 moments. If you're here, you get a moment for the 12-0. You get a moment. That could go 24-0. We've talked about the idea of if you had unlimited win cap, you know, what would be the highest a deck would ever go? Yeah, there's some shit in this mode to be curious. I think you might eventually get bored of your super strong decks, maybe, just like Constructed, but it would be curious. Hans says they were here for both of them. Yeah, I guess this congrats. Can't wait for the backswing of a bunch of 0-3s. Could happen. Could happen. Alright. Pretty low gold for 12 wins, but you got the double pack, you got the gold in common, maybe they'll